found himself on the loser's side of the draw. Lojo Sum, well, he lost to Albin on this very table yesterday. Joined with Double J, USA team captain. How do you see this one going, JJ?
Well, I think Sum was very honest in his interview there prior to the match, and he's got a win under his belt now. He had some early opportunities in that match against Albin and let a few things get away, and then Albin kind of, you know, did what he usually does with opportunity. He took full advantage. And David Alcaide, who said he didn't really miss a ball, just missed a couple safeties against the upcoming player Shane Wolford there on the qualification match, and now finds himself in another situation to qualify. So impressed with David. A long time ago, I first saw him play in Las Vegas. He was actually playing in a league championship coming from Spain. And, you know, knew he had potential to be a really good player. Never thought he would be where he was at today. You know, I didn't put a lot of thought into it, of course, but just didn't expect to see him, you know, what's he been, a top 10 or 15 in the world kind of guy for the last now 5 years probably.
Yeah. He's the 2-ball here, is it? Send the 2-ball around. Oh, he can chip it in. 2-ball needs to slow down though. This is no good.
Well, he raised his head immediately. He wasn't trying to pocket that ball. I don't think so anyways. He had to hit it with a lot of soft spin, and sometimes you do things you just don't expect to happen, right? Now, can he squeak by the pink 4? He's got to get past the side to pocket it.
Extension, please.
He can maybe go before the side and catch a piece of the 2, but he won't make it hit before the side. Sweet stroke there, a lot of confidence. Is he the best rail first player in Europe, kicking at all? I mean, any type of rail first shots, I tell you what, he sure seems to be somewhat successful every time he goes into the rail, whether it's a kick save, trying to make the ball, whatever it is.
Yeah, and the speed he played it, that just showed you the confidence.
Well, I think that's a bit of knowledge as well. I think he knew he had to put a little speed to get the bounce off the rail to get to the outer part of that 2-ball. Maybe a little 3 cushion experience, maybe?
Yeah, I think he's pretty handy at the old 3 cushion.
Well, we'll see how handy he is at the long shots here, because he's got to elevate the cue slightly. The 6 doesn't pass the 7, so he's got to come backwards with the cue ball. Type of shot you tend to hit a hair thick when you do miss it. Sweet. And a lot of that shot, Carl, is understanding the table. You know, from some distance, your pool room table, you have to attack a little more to keep spin on the ball, right? But here, these perfect conditions, you notice how clean and smooth he hit that ball, even though he was way down table and elevated with the cue.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience on the center table.
2-time World Pool Masters champion, is that right?
Yeah, that is right.
One of those titles will go down, never be forgotten, against Kazakis when he had to bank the 9 in at 6-6. So happy to see Kazakis bounce right back with that World Pool Masters victory, right? Was it the next year, the very next year, I believe?
So it's Spain's David Alcaide who wins the first rack in this match. And I believe we're going to hear a few words from Thomas Kaplan. He's with Ashley.
It's a tough game there. Just talk us through how that went.
It was really tough because I was playing with Victor. He's one of the best players in Poland right now, so it's always tough to play with a guy like this. Yeah.
And I mean, he did start to creep up on you, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. I was 7-2 up. After that, he made a few run-outs, and it was 7-6. And he made an easy mistake, so that's why I'm through out to the next stage. So I'm very happy.
Well, you've knocked him out of the competition, so you must be feeling confident now. You're in the top 64.
Of course, I did it again, so I'm very happy.
You're here. You've done it again. You're here to win.
Maybe. We will see.
Lovely. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Maybe, Thomas. I think you need to change that attitude a little bit. Of course you're here to win.
Well, after a unexpected pocketing of the one, David kind of painted himself in the corner and painted himself out with an awesome shot on the 2 there in the first rack. And a little fortune here that the 6 is hanging, making this shot on the 1 a lot easier. And he should be able to hit it at a light enough speed to keep the 1 over the pocket. And now in a great position to get another clearance and take full advantage of winning that lag. Well, we didn't get a chance to see it, but I'm assuming Thorsten Hohmann went ahead and finished off Tyler Sire there on table 2.
Yeah, he beats him 9-5, so the 2-time former world champion is through into the last 64.
Looks to be perfect with, well, I wouldn't say perfect, but pretty good with the cue ball. May have to shoot the 3 from a little further away. A little shake of the head tells me he's pretty straight here. Speaking of straight, he didn't want straight here. He's going to have to work a little bit, not only on this 3 ball because he's got to draw the cue ball, but he's going to have to take a bit of a cut on the 4. The good thing is, you know, the position of the 5 makes it to where it's all just about pocketing that 4 ball. Oh, wow. He let the stroke out.
He's looking really confident. I know it's only a rack and a half, but certain shots so far, well, he's played delightful.
Yeah, this a little similar to the 4 ball in the last rack. Same angle, a little fun in cueing. Oh, squeezed it home. Shot like that may be the difference in the 4-inch pocket versus the 4 1/4, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Probably may have still fell in, but you just never know.
And what I see with the 4-inch pocket versus the 4 1/4 is a couple days into the tournament, right? That's where you really start to see the difference.
Wonderful start for David Alcaide.
Yeah, this main table in the evening of day 2 has been a lot of breaking runs and match and a half.
It's Ko Pin-Yi there on your screens. He's a former champ. He's also in the losers qualification bracket. Current ranked number 3. best performance, well, it was last year, semi-finals. And he's actually a two-time World Pool Masters champion.
Yeah. Ruiz ranked #1 and Alcaide at #3. Spain holding their head high in the 9-ball rankings.
Rack number 3, David Alcaide to break, leading 2 racks to 0.
He kind of crossed the 1 ball over there. He's going to end up with a thin 1 in the side, though, and I think a pretty clear path to travel for the 2 ball.
Yeah, he's been a little fortunate there where the ball's that bad off the break and the 1 ball just holds up.
I think that's maybe the one hang-up with the template with the top players is it's not so much that, of course, if you hit them well, you know you're making balls. It's when they're not hit as well sometimes, I think, that can be a little frustrating. All right, super thin. I don't know if he can easily hold 1 rail for the 2. We'll see. Yeah, I thought he went ahead and went with it a little bit. Taking a little gamble.
So he's a little long on the 5, but it's not the end of the world. Whenever you're crashing into balls like that, it can often come out a lot worse than what this has for David. He's knocked a few nice balls from a little distance so far in the first 2. Okay, how's he going to finish, JJ? Is this Lojo Sum's chance?
Yeah, well, it's definitely a chance in his first chance. A little thin in the side, but a little bit of body movement there with the cue from David. So, and he took a little extra time down on the ball. I was going to say almost like taking dead aim, I would say, but maybe got a little uncomfortable down on the ball.
Well, they do say you can't keep knocking them in from everywhere, don't they?
Right. Shouldn't be a problem, but watch out for the side pocket 2 rails. Okay, got into that nicely. Now, we saw Lojo on this table yesterday. Now he's got a win under his belt since that loss.
Yeah, and he's also had a feel of the TV arena where I don't think he's got much experience, so this game's all about experience. So I do expect him to perform a little bit better in this match.
Ball a little straight, so he's going to have to shoot the 9 from the cushion with the cue ball.
Lojo Sum to break, trailing 2 racks to 1.
Lojo Sum to get the 4th rack underway. See how he's breaking from the right side of the table as he looks. going to work a little softer going down the middle. He's going to have a shot. And at first glance, the balls look to be split pretty kind.
Yeah, similar to a break yesterday, more of an arm break. And I'm sure both these players watched Shaw really successful from that side of the table, getting shots on the one. Yeah, he's in a great position here. May see an early win in this rack with that 5 near the 9.
Interested to see how he goes about this rack, just because against Albin in the opening match of the event, really, if you like, on the centre stage, he missed a few balls, didn't he? He looked a little edgy, so just keen to see how he goes about these remaining 7 balls.
Well, this position on the pink 4 will make a huge difference on how he tries to run out. Oh, okay. Looks like now he can come one rail for the 5 in the side or the corner. Maybe even a kiss shot on the 9. Doesn't look too bad. 5 must play in the side, though. Looks like perfect speed to go forward. Mistake here. Not a terrible mistake, but a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I'd have preferred a bigger angle, and then I might have even been tempted to stump through the gap of the 2 balls, the 8 and the 9. But
right.
Won't want to be shooting off the rail on the 7.
Well, not only that, I think the angle is going to suggest he'll have to hit the 7 pretty easy, unless he wants to come across between the 8 and 9. But if he's trying to just creep up above the 8, he's got to kind of float this a little bit.
Can you not just pot this and play for the 8 in the left centre, just so you're playing it a bit
across the table, you mean?
Yeah, just a bit more positive. You don't have to hit it too hard, do you? But just put a better stroke on the ball.
I try to do everything I can not to have to roll this ball. Good call, Carl. This could fall funny on the rail if he's heading towards a scratch.
Yeah, he potted the 7 a little thick, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know. He may have to elevate here.
Maybe he has to play it round off 3 rails as well. He's elevating. So.
Yeah, I think there's a scratch here. Easy to overcut this. He hit it nice.
So in the end, it wasn't pretty, but it's a job well done. He's tied this match up 2-2. And talking of 2-time world pool champion, Thorsten Hohmann, he's with Ashley.
Thorsten, comfortable win there, 9-5 against Tyler Styler.
Yeah, you know, Tyler's a good friend of mine, and I really respect his game. So we both played well. I'm really happy and confident in my performance, and I just really wanted to survive today, so I'm happy.
You did survive. You feeling confident going into your next competition?
Well, even yesterday I lost my match and I busted my finger open on one of the breaks, and it just totally took my concentration away. So I really feel prepared, you know, been coming from tournaments in the US. Obviously would like to win this tournament for the 3rd time. I feel great. Just looking forward, you know, to tomorrow and to the last 64.
And how's the finger? Let's have a look at it.
Finger's still there. So.
2 racks all.
Okay, good. No panic. Don't panic yet. So you're a real competitor. You're here to win, aren't you?
Obviously, I'm here to win, like everybody else. And you know, trying my best, trying to have fun, trying to focus, and you know, if I play my game, then I'm hard to beat.
Great. Congratulations, and look after your finger.
Now, does he have a combination?
I think so. There's a little gap there. He may have to cut the one just a smudge, but not much at all. And you know, we talked about this at the U.S. Open. You know, winter break format, right? You see the table breaking really well. You saw the prior match, a lot of racks run. You may stay offensive at times, you know, trying to keep your opponent in the chair, right? I think we commented on that at the U.S. Open a few times where, you know, shot selection, you couldn't say it was bad, but it certainly made sense. Some of the guys, again, trying to run a bunch of racks. I like his chances.
Nicely done as the one ball held up. If it hasn't, does he have a bank shot?
He's definitely got the bank. He may shoot it if he can slide by and come down table for the 3. Don't think he just wants to roll it in, but if he can get by the pink, slide down table for the 3, he may shoot it.
Extension call.
Not in love with the safety. I guess he could shave the 1 and go back behind the 7, maybe. I'm not sure where else you would really try to play safe, going behind the 4 and back down table. I'm not sure. Oh, the 2's on the table, excuse me. Yeah, I think I bank at this. Try and get by the 4. Come down between the 2-3 with the cue ball. Oh, he caught the 4.
Yeah, so it's a missed bank shot. It wasn't easy. It was pretty close effort. So his little run's come to an end here at 2-2.
And I think that Lojo Sum's a little shocked that bank's short on the slidey table.
Extension call.
I know David doesn't want to shoot this with a top English. Most don't. They would rather cue this a little bit, but I think if he goes around the 7 here, I think he's playing with a little danger. Speed's got to be really nice. Is that a friendly shave off the 7 there?
I do believe it is. Obviously, he's got to play a combo, but at least he's straight-ish on this combo. It's going to make life a little easier.
Man, he's close enough to it. He should be able to hold the cue ball nicely.
Just doesn't want to overspin this and catch the 4 too thin. Job well done.
Okay, I thought he was going to get a little more over the 7.
Just to the left of where we're sat, Imran Majid. He's playing Marco Duccia, and it's 8-8. Loser of that rack is out.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's at the table. Looks like Imran. Nice shot. He's going to end up a hair short of his mark, but still okay. Looks like Imran's shooting at a very difficult 9-ball. He just fell on the rail a little bit under the circumstances. Not an easy shot.
Imran's made that tricky 9. He's won 9-8. He's been around a good few years, Imran Majid. Lives in London, and he's through.
David Alcaide wins the rack.
Former champ Ko Pin Yi. Great to see the Taiwanese players back in the major pool tournaments.
Yeah, I talked to Imran Majid right before this round and told him he's playing well. He said he really hasn't played a big event in over 3 years. There's a pandemic. He's played some of the GB9s and whatnot, but nothing like anything
6.
like the Whirlpool Championship.
David Alcaide to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
He's played really 2 great matches here. Day 2 to get through that final 64. Now Alcaide to break off, leading 3-2. I don't know if he can get at the one fully or not. I think he can. Be hard not to shoot at this combo, even though it's not a hanger. Maybe the 6 has him a bit.
Yeah, I think it has.
Well, here's a delicate situation because, I mean, what do? You want to shave the 1, but you can't afford to make the 2 ball doing it. Touchy shot here. Would you entertain using the 5 a little more, like putting the 1 into the 5 a little more, and that way you could hit the ball a little heavier and slow the cue ball down?
Possibly.
He's looking at that he can make this combo.
Is he looking at shooting the 1 into the rail?
And squeezing it by the 2?
Maybe, yeah.
I thought he was looking at the combo, but
oh, he could just see enough of it, and that was a good shot.
now he's got a simple 2-rail follow your ball with a little high inside. It's the type of shot, if you overhit, this ball could stall a little bit on the slick felt. So you kind of got to want to smooth it out there a couple rails. Don't overhit the ball. Cheat the pocket here with top inside, Carl. Top left, coming 2 rails in between the 6-4. Could easily draw the cue ball. I like cheating the pocket here myself. The 4 should hit the left side of the pocket as he moves the cue ball.
Yeah, this is nice, nice speed.
Now he's in a great position. I personally wouldn't move back for the side myself on the 6, but just stun out and play the 6 in the lower right.
Yeah, we were just talking about Imran Majid, Britain's Imran Majid. He won Hill, beating Marco Ducha 9-8.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, I was just saying there's an old British clash going on over at the side, the far right of the arena, between Elliott Sanderson and Tom Staveley. That is also Hill.
Now, did I make a mistake earlier? I mentioned that I thought Imran had made 1 Mosconi Cup team. Is that right or no?
He has made 1.
I think he did make 1.
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
years ago. Yeah,
you're right.
I don't think I was on the American team when he made it, so I did recall him making 1.
Omar Al Shaheen, who lost on the TV table, he's been going about his business pretty quiet. We've not been saying too much about him. He's in a battle. He's early stages of his match. He's playing Michael Schneider. It's 2-2 on his table. Keep you updated, as always, here on day 2, Judgment Day.
say, David really kind of possesses all the shots, right? It does not matter what it is.
Ready to break, leading 4 racks to 2.
It's 4-2 here on table 1. David Alcaide wins the first 2, then Lojo Sum win the next 2. Then it's David's turn. 4-2, David's turn. Now this looks a good break, well controlled with the cue ball, but he's going to need this one ball to travel. Otherwise this is going to be tricky.
David usually pretty handy with these types of safeties if he elects on the safe side of things, just pushing the one past the 8, coming back up on the 8 with the cue ball. He's feeling really nice. He could cut this down the rail position as natural. Don't think he'll probably take that on though. Should be pretty doable, right? To get, you know, you're not going to come up on the 8 with the cue ball, but just get the one past the 8 and use the eclipse.
Yeah, he's having a look, isn't he? He's a little unsure at the minute.
Is he trying to talk himself into shooting at this? I mean, is he looking at the safety like it's just as difficult as the shot? I don't personally think it is, but. All right.
Caught the
Did
jaw.
he fluke this in? I think he did. Oh, wow. Man, that wasn't too close there. And I do feel like he kind of talked himself out of the safety there, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, that's what makes these players so great, is their aggressive nature, but
yeah, they do say play on instinct, so maybe his instinct was safety, but then, as you could see, he started to get a little bit lost in the moment and tried to attack the table. This has left Lojo Sum a nice, easy table.
great position to get not only a game back at 4-3, but get to break the balls in game number 8, maybe get something going. This is all about just staying focused.
So Lojo Sum ends up pinching that rack. David will be kicking
Lojo
himself.
Sum wins the rack.
Decided to attack the table. It's cost him the rack. 4-3. Other match action around the arena here on day 2. Losers qualification matches. You lose, you go home. It's as simple as that. Oh, what a mistake. Marco misses the 8-ball. Hill. Man is there. Tricky little shot in the 8 this. It can often go wrong, and it nearly did go wrong. But he mops up to seal his place into the last 64.
Rack number 8. Lojo Sum to break. Trailing 4 racks to 3.
Now his last break, he went down the middle, he went down the nose. It was a pretty good break, so he's breaking from the same side. And he's looked a lot better in this match than his first match on the TV table.
Yeah, I totally agree. Kind of crossed that one over a little bit, so he's going to talk to the cue ball a bit as it goes towards that corner pocket. Looks like he's gotten a pretty decent shot at the 1. Is the 8 covering up the pocket in a funny way?
There's enough gap there, I believe.
Yeah. Hard to figure one of the balls not going to go in if you send the 1 towards that 8.
Yeah, and the good thing is because the cue ball stopped where it is near that pocket, he's going to get a decent amount of cue on the cue ball.
Yeah, he could even elevate if he wants, and that's what he's chosen to do. I'm not sure if I would do this myself, but I guess the 1's just that easy. Yeah.
Oh, didn't even move the 8-ball. I didn't think he could avoid doing that.
Yeah, he didn't think so either. A little bit of a wry smile there. That's some straight shooting there.
Cues the ball a little bit like Koping-Yi and Chang. You know, they've got that short, nice, fluent cue action. Don't really hit the ball too hard. It's all very easy on the eye.
Yeah, they generate a lot more power than what it appears. Very good cueing by all the Chinese and Chinese Taipei players. Here, some representing Hong Kong, but we all know that's a very similar area and probably similar teachings. Play a 6-8 combo very easily, but I think he would like to move the cue ball for an open pocket for the 6.
It's been an interesting 8 racks this. They've shared 2 racks apiece. And if Lojo Sum wins this, it's a similar pattern. It's a much better performance this from Lojo Sum. He's settled into this event and he's settled into this match table. He's got this simple 9-ball to tie the match up once again. And of course he has done. This smells like a hill-hill.
Wins the rack.
And we're going to hear from Elliott Sanderson. He's with Ashley. He's just survived a hill-hill scare himself.
Elliott, that was neck and neck for the whole game. Are you feeling relieved?
Yeah, very relieved. Yeah, not my best performance at all by any stretch of imagination, but hung in there and took out the finish when it really mattered, which is the most important thing, right?
Did you think you were going to lose your nerve at any moment? Just talk us through exactly what happened there.
I'm just really nervous, but breathing, you know. Breathing over the shot is really important. Taking my time, checking the potting angle, trying to make it a process when I'm taking the finish. Luckily, I held up.
How hard is it to play against someone like Tom, who you know really, really well?
Always tough playing people, you know. It's the same with any other Brit, I guess. But tried to separate it, but it's not always easy, you know. Coming from such a high, beating Corey to probably play not as good as I probably should, then it's not my greatest performance ever, but we're still through and we're still fighting.
You are through. You're through to the last 64. How good does that feel?
Amazing. The same last year, you know. But last year I went straight through, so I had a bit of a negative losing the first match, but came back strong. I'm still fighting. We're here to stay.
Here to stay. Where do you want to get to in the competition?
You never know. Stranger things have happened. I'd like to go all the way.
We can't wait to watch you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
I think it's more of the speed more than the little bit of a English twang, you might say. But I know this is a straight shot. I know it's something he should make, but I got a feeling this is going to be a big shot here in this match, this 2-ball. I think he clears the rack. If he makes it, he may get on to clearing a few more racks before David comes back. But something tells me maybe a little drama in this 2-ball.
Yeah, if he plays it slow, well, I was going to say if he plays it slow, he'll give the pocket a chance, but he wasn't interested in that, was he?
No, I think he's definitely exactly on par with what you commented a moment ago, much more comfortable. You know, you think about it, you know, he's come all the way from Hong Kong to play in the World Pool Championships. He gets to play the defending champion in his first match on the TV table, and who wouldn't be nervous, but he's settled in with a win. And now he's got to appreciate being back in the limelight, maybe playing, you know, the number 3 ranked player so far. So, you know, you want to qualify, right? But I mean, I think some of these players you might say that are ranked down a little bit, not by any means a bad player. Of course, he wouldn't be in the World Pool Championship if he wasn't a really good player. But I think they have other things in mind besides just winning this event, right? They're trying to get that experience.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a young man that plans on coming back to this event many times. Now, as the event goes on, wins matches, builds that confidence. Now he may direct himself a little differently, right? But maybe thinking more of that big finish. But all these players, you know, even the ones that haven't won the titles like others, they know how fickle the game of 9-ball is. So you get to rolling and, you know, pool gods shine on you if you at the right times, you never know. Used every bit of the pocket there. Super nice stroke though.
Well, we taught Lojo Sum up before his match against Albin. He didn't perform.
Lojo Sum to break, leading by 5 racks to 4.
It's been a good performance this from Lojo Sum. Much better than his first outing on this table, and he's been breaking good. Let's see how he's breaking in the 10th.
Yeah, I think maybe his first lead on the TV table in both those matches. And if this 2 dresses up, watch out. Oh, look at that.
It's pretty good pace he's breaking at, though. I kind of like that pace.
Yeah, you wouldn't call it extreme in any way, right? Not over the top hard, but definitely not guiding him, not babying. Big guy.
Push out called.
Yeah, kind of like what you said before, just using your arm to break, no body movement.
Yeah, he's going to have to roll out to a bit of a sticky little one. So
What's he looking at here, JJ?
Well, he's going to push out. I guess he's going to move the 7 a hair, maybe. I don't know. Get by the 7. Okay, so it's going to require a thin hit on the 2.
Down your choice.
I wouldn't doubt that David passes this. Just at first glance, it doesn't look that great to guarantee a snooker. Even if you hit it well, run the cue ball nicely back behind the 7, still a lot of gaps. I think this is a smart play.
You saying just chip off the right edge slow?
No, I'm saying it. I don't really see a great route. I mean, I guess you could go off either side. Is he going to throw the 3 into the 4 a little bit here?
Okay, this
Wow, look
looks
at this.
tasty. This
How
looks
sweet is
real
that?
tasty indeed.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if David saw that side of the 2 ball. I think he was just looking at the right side of the 2 ball.
Now, I don't think he would have hooked him if the ball hadn't have landed behind the 3.
Still not a bad play, though,
Yeah,
right?
what you
I mean,
mean,
getting to the end rail, keeping it simple.
Extension called.
Yeah, because maybe there was a little bit of a thing thinking, well, if I find the top rail, he's got to pop the 2 and at least try and get back up table.
That's right. And this is the the most heat that David's been in during this match, right?
He's definitely going to hit this 2. Oh, he's played it slow.
Wow.
I didn't think it was going to be that slow, JJ.
Don't you think that was getting a little ahead of yourself, trying to play a nice, delicate safety on that kick shot there,
Ball in
right?
Yeah, I thought he was going to
Start the
chance
clock,
his arm
please.
with a bit of pace because
Yeah.
I just really fancied him to hit that ball full at a bit of a medium pace.
Yeah. And medium is the correct statement there. I think that's the pace that you hold your line the most on the slick table. You overhit it. You see a lot of misses by the top players, and didn't expect the soft kick there, though.
Yeah, so David's going to find himself in a little battle as long as Lojo Sum clears the table here now.
And the way the balls are breaking, kind of believe he's going to get some kind of control in the next rack as well. Draw stroke here. Wow, pretty sweet draw stroke with the crutch. So I believe it was it 4-2, David, in this match? So this is for 4 in a row?
Yeah, it was 2-0, 2-2. Then David went 4-2 up. And then Lojo Sum is about to win his 4th rack on the spin. But it's just the way he's doing it. It looks real nice. He looks more in control of his motion. He looks
Lojo
as
Sum
if he's
wins the rack.
been in the arena many times now.
Yeah, he looks a lot more by himself out there, a lot more comfortable, right? So
yeah, let's have a little look what's going on out there in the arena here on day 2. Judgment day, as we call it. This is Alcaide. No, this is a convincing win. He's a nice player. He
Yes,
plays
he
the game
is.
good. So this simple 9, you are through to the last 64. Last 64 is, of course, a race to 11. The knockout, the double elim section of the draw all being a race to 9. So the last 64 would crank it up a notch, race to 11. That's better for the players. Gives
Rack
them
11.
a little bit more
Lojo Sum
time.
to break. Leading by 6 racks to 4.
Oh, this is good cue ball control. 9's tracking towards the corner. Needs a little love here. Could have been worse, JJ.
yeah, I mean, Cue ball. Anytime the cue ball gets banged around and you still get a shot at the one, the cue ball's on the table. You got to like that. And he's playing well. He's got a bit of an angle, but he's going to attack here. He's going to have to elevate the cue just slightly if he does attack to the upper right, which I got to believe he's going to shoot at. Come 2 rails between the 6-7, back at the 2 ball. Well, he's not taking much time. Is he playing the safety here? Is he playing the bank with the little safety in mind?
Needs this to bounce. It's not even the right line. This is a huge error. What a mistake this is.
Yeah. And I hate to see that mistake with like 40 seconds left on the shot clock as well. You get a minute after the break, right? So, wow.
I can't believe he shot that ball in the corner the way he's played. Shoot that ball, spin it around the table.
Yeah, didn't understand that one. And you know, at the same time, even if he shot the safety, you would expect a much better execution than that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure David Alcaide didn't expect him to come back to the table with that situation. He's got a tricky shot coming up here, though.
He sure does. He could have used a little more angle. Now he's got to draw the ball back into a tight position for the 5.
Could he top it through? Is it there, or is it a little too much?
I mean, he's got that stroke to come out to the middle, but if you miss the pocket just a hair, it may not take, you know, it's pretty straight right here. He catches that point, he's dead meat. I like him drawing back myself. I know it's a little risky, but I think you're going to get in position to at least play a good safety if you don't like the shot on the 5. Just got to avoid that point.
It's easy to get too much into it, though. He's going to need a little love here. He's going to need a little love. I wasn't personally a fan of that shot.
Yeah, and I think he was more worried about catching that point and holding the cue ball up. That's why you saw him really cheat the pocket on the 2 ball.
He's down pretty quick. He's playing safe. He's going to bank the 5 back up towards the 6. Just past the 6 would be ideal. But this is all about cue ball. Make sure you get a good cue ball. And he did.
Yeah, and he got maybe the cue ball up enough. Well, I think maybe he can kick behind the 9 here, 2 rails to the back of the 5.
Got to watch the scratch. Often you can scratch in the bottom right corner pocket.
Yeah, this angle is the biggest scratch, especially on the slick table. You know, that with being the object ball a diamond and a half away from the pocket. Oh, wow, he caught the 6.
Foul shot.
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Me either.
This has all been caused by that poor decision off the break. And this is what David needed. This could just turn the match around a little bit, and it's a crucial point of this match. Little shy of pace, but that's just been ever so critical, JJ. Of course, he's not going to miss this, is he?
No, and he was just fearing getting straight in on the 7 is all, having to make a bit more of a shot on the 9. So would rather work a little harder on that 7.
Well, it's Mr. Alcaide who pinches the rack in the end. Strange start to that rack. David's seen all this. He's done all this before. He's got the T-shirt. He's a 2-time World Pool Masters champion. He knows how to win in this matchroom pool arena. And the World Pool Masters is not a million miles away.
Ready to break, trailing 6 racks to 5.
Yeah, the team from Germany, the defending champions there in the World Cup of Pool.
Let's not talk about that, JJ.
Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all made a little run last year, right?
Yeah, we rewound the clock a little.
Yeah. All right, the one cue ball got kissed a little bit.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot when you come across it and the cue ball goes over towards that top pocket. The one often comes round this left centre.
Yeah, you get a little more hit on the one is what it is. Just like Albin, he kind of breaks out a little bit and break directly on the rail. So he gets a flusher hit on the one, so he's going to get more travel off the one that way.
Yeah, and the one goes high of the centre to come round, doesn't it? Often when you play the cut break, it goes below the centre.
That's right. I think he'd like to come back behind the 4 and the 6, but I think I keep it simple here and chip his left side of the one and come down behind the 9, I think. If he tries to come back, I mean, that's nice to dig on the cue ball and all and try and get back behind the 4-6, but I think if it could leak on him.
Yeah, this is an easier shot. Worn out cloth, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
See how it just skidded on him off the rail? But it's going to get there, you know.
Yeah.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, beauty. And you really have to trust the bed, right, to get you there more than the rail.
Yeah, and it could have been interesting because if it had flicked the 4, that could have maybe tied it up. As it happens, it's not, so he's in a good spot.
He's going to have to swerve his cue ball here a little bit, whether it be on the right side of the 4 or the right side of the 5 or the left side of the 5. I think he's going to have to elevate the cue.
Extension called.
Yeah, this looks nasty. Nasty indeed.
Yeah. Got the cue back into the cue way up in the air. Great hit.
Oh,
Great
wow.
hit.
Oh,
Gonna
wow.
love this.
Oh, wow. What a great hit that was. Over on the table 2. That's available on Matchroom Pool YouTube channel. Japan's former world 9-ball champion, Yukio Akiyama. We've not really seen him or spoken much about him, but
Extension called.
can he get himself to the last 64? A former champion in this event.
Yeah, I think he's, I'm not sure what the score is over there right now, but definitely a guy that can get going and play some incredible pool. We always talk about Oi so much in the last several years as far as Japan's concerned, but you cut this towards the 6 and the 4 maybe. I'm not sure how he's going to play the safety and maybe trying to come back behind the 8-9. Touchy little shot right here.
Yeah, very touchy indeed.
I think he's close enough to it. He should be able to manage that shot I was talking about. Cut it towards there.
It's lacking pace.
Yeah, it is. I personally wouldn't have been so afraid to shoot the 2 into the 6 and 4 and put a little nip draw on the ball to come back behind the 9 and 8 myself. Feel like the 8-9 were 2 big balls to really, you know, cover the cue ball up with. He was trying to make sure he didn't sell out an offensive shot. I don't blame him. Oh, he caught a double kiss.
Yeah, he was trying to get the 2 ball around the 4 rails down towards the bottom. It was a little awkward, that shot.
Yeah, it was. I don't think he's too upset overall. Can David go for this? Looks like a scratch to me. He's got to play a safety here, overcutting the 2 and running the cue ball. Yeah, like that. That shot comes up a lot, Carl, and it's a shot I think players should practice more. You always feel like you should execute it, right? No problem, but under the pressure, it's not easy.
Yeah, I hear you. And he hasn't found a blocker. There's a nice window there for Lojo Sum.
And he's just going to try and use the 8-9 here. Bringing the cue ball up just above the middle diamond on the right side rail. A little light, I think.
May work. I'm not saying it's great, but
well, if he's got the snooker, that's all you could do from there. He was always going to leave an easy kick shot as far as a hit.
Reset the clock, please.
yeah, I believe the shot clock has maybe vanished. Players have a big TV screen to look at, which is just outside the arena, so looks like we've lost that for a moment. So that's just why David's sat back down, because he doesn't know how long he's got left to shoot.
Yeah, well, they have to make sure that gets remedied to further the match, right? So.
So we're back with a little bit of technical issues. This is still the situation for David, but he's still sat down, so just gathering his thoughts. He knows this is a big moment in the match.
Yeah, looks like they have fixed the situation, and the outer tables, I believe it's a handheld clock by the refs, correct?
Yes, sir. So he's trying to kick this 2-ball and keep the cue ball down. Bottom end of the table. Needs this to slow up. He's going to leave a pot. All depends on what angle Lojo Sum is faced with. It's not too bad. You would think he's going to have to draw this.
Yeah, I think the draw stroke's the play. Now he's got to get in a decent little position for the 4. The good thing for Lojo Sum, though, he doesn't have to work the cue ball much to get on the 5. So really all about this 2-ball and where the cue ball ends up. He could take another 2-game lead, and a 2-game lead isn't that big a deal in this winter break format, but we're approaching the end of this match.
This is a little tester, though. Don't want to be firing this into the left rail hard. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, it's really, really nice is right. Now he's got to make a decision. I would follow forward off of this ball, gaining more angle on the 5 myself. I don't want to get funny kind of flat on this and near the rail with the cue ball. Oh, he double kissed it out. So he did gain that more angle that I was talking about. Now he can work the ball easily and play the 5 in the side. Is he not going with a high ball here? He's going between the 8-9? Is that easy, Carl? I thought that was a little thin.
No, I believe that's okay. Just a nice little shot in between the 2 balls. Spinning it off 2 rails.
Cannot afford to catch the 9. There'll be a scratch. Oof, he went right by that 9 ball.
Well, it did look a little thinner than...
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly it was. I thought he could get through that gap around the middle.
Well, anytime the cue ball kind of stalls before it draws a little bit, definitely a little thinner than we thought. Tell you what, though, you nailed it on the head earlier. Definitely looks like a different player than we saw against Albin Ocean.
Yeah, he's just got there. He's just okay there. He can draw just across side table to play the 9 in the same pocket.
Yeah. Some did break and run a rack or 2 there in the middle when he did win those 4 games in a row to get that 6-4 lead. Now 7-5. What if he puts one together here?
Yeah, this match is just approaching the real pressure stages of a pool match when it's a race to 9, 7-5. Plenty of pressure happening around this wonderful arena. There's Dennis Grabe. He's been a little bit, seen him on the TV table yet, but he's still battling away. Table 2. We was talking about Table 2 not so long ago. Former world champ Yukio Akagayama. He's a former champ and he's looking good in that match. It's 8-4. This looks a little tricky. It's a little thin one on the red 3. We'll keep you informed how that match pans out. You can watch it, of course, on Matchroom Pool YouTube channel.
To break, leading 7 racks to 5.
So Yukio's going to have a chance to close that match out and book his place in the last 64.
Not as flush a hit on the one as he's had, but he's going to love the results.
Yeah, Mr. David Alcaide is not going to love the results.
You read my mind on that one. We'll see how much angle he has on this one. The 2 does not pass, but the 2-3 combo is not terrible, just in case he doesn't think he can get above the 2.
Cast your mind back to the 3rd rack. David won the lag, put a little 2-pack together. He had a long shot on the 5. He missed that ball, and since then it's all just kind of drifted towards Lojo Sum. He's had a good solid match, but he's got to close the match out. That's sometimes easier said than done.
That's got to go. And it just does enough. So the tall man from Hong Kong, he could certainly reach this, and one thing he can be happy about, the 3's over the upper corner, so not much worry as far as position.
Just got to be a little bit careful you don't do the old double hit.
Yeah, the good thing for him is he can shoot away from that just a touch, made things easier. Very natural position shot here, 2 rails between the 4-5 for the 4 in the upper left.
How's the speed? How's the line? Well, the line wasn't great, but it's actually turned out real nice.
Well, the speed was good. It was never going to be a bad situation. It's just a matter if he got to the destination with the cue ball that he really desired. And he looks very confident. He's perfect to draw in position on the 8.
David's got it all to do. Lojo Sum's about to get himself on the hill. David's going to need to win the last 4 racks to stay in this year's tournament.
And he's going to first have to have the chance to get out of his chair. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get that opportunity.
That's right, because winner breaks, race to 9.
Now, right now, winner breaks not looking that great to David, but if he does get that opportunity trailing 8-5, winner breaks is kind of his friend at that point.
This is Japan's Yukio. Don't believe he could see the potting angle. He did have a chance in this rack though, so he's clearly played something wrong at some point in this rack. And These are always a little awkward, aren't they? You just got to split the balls either side of the table. Use that 8-9 as a blocker. Pace is everything.
What I always tell people is imagine the cue ball and the object ball coming to rest at the same time. That, I know that sounds like a half ball hit, but just the feeling of them both kind of separating and they kind of settle at the same time gives you a little bit of a gut feeling on the speed and how much of the object ball to hit.
Okay. Just see Pia Filler there. She's playing her losers qualification match against Qatar's
leading 8 racks to 5.
Bashar Hussain.
I'm not sure what the score is back there, but I've seen Pia at the table quite a bit.
I'm sure Joshua Filler will be watching that match. Very close. Where's the cue ball? Oh, I thought he might have got flicked off the 5, and this is not good for David.
No, it's not. The only positive note is the 5-7 is a little bit funny, but it looks like a very shootable combination if you could get to the back side of it, I think anyways. Yeah, definitely the 5-7 shootable. Now the 4's in a difficult spot to maybe get across to that 5-7, but the 4's not in a bad spot once the 1 and 2 is gone to play that maybe breakout on the 5-7 or maybe the 3-rail safety. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point. Once these first 2 balls have gone, we're going to get a clearer view of this 5 ball. Okay, he fires it into the rail. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He doesn't seem too happy. I would be pretty ecstatic myself. A touchy little draw stroke shot here. He's got to be a little aware of coming back enough, but then watch out for that side pocket. The 8's there as well. Doesn't want to get cueing funny over the 8. I don't think he really entertains the breakout or that combination. I think you're going to see a 3-rail safety on the 5 if he gets to that point. What do you think, Carl?
Yeah, we're just looking at the scoreboard. Obviously, it's 8-5, and 8-5 always seems a scary thought, but 8 doesn't. Just that 1 rack, it's like, it's massive even though it's 1 rack.
Yeah, well, if you play 14 games, it's hard to split them, right? So 8-6 is a very, very common situation in a race to 9.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a beauty right here.
This is real tasty.
Well, this is where it's going to be hard not to go at this breakout right here, right? Because he's gotten so good on this 4 ball.
Yeah, the 5 doesn't go from where you're sat. Can you see down the line of the shot? It definitely doesn't pot. He's got to go into these balls.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, there maybe is a cut there, but I think I'd rather go into him or play the safety myself.
Oh,
yeah, nice shot.
How'd you like this? This has come out an absolute treat.
Yeah, and, you know, David Alcaide has made a couple of mistakes, but he's got to look at Lojo Sum, who's kind of taken over the match a little bit.
Yeah, I think what's helped Lojo Sum here is that loss to Albin on this very table.
Shaking his head here, so there's no reason to get funny on this ball from where he was from, or, you know, where he was at, excuse me.
Yeah, why has he even left it on the rail? He could have done a little bit of something, but that's okay. Good shot.
Yeah, he could have cheated it a little bit, though.
Now, does he play it in the corner? Is the middle in the way? And if he plays it in the right centre, is the bottom left in the way?
I think the center is okay. He goes right by the 9 to the bottom rail. Myself, I think it's no problem.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right looking at that. Just pot it. Yeah, this is good. It's been a good performance from Lojo Sum.
Yeah, we're going to lose a semifinalist from last year and a top-ranked player in David Alcaide.
Yeah, he will be the biggest seed to fall in this year's championship if this 9 ball disappears. And it